Okay, hi, my name is Rishi. I'm the co-founder of Digital Scholar, and on my talk show today, we have actor Jagan, who has been one of the prominent faces in the Kollywood movies. As a child, I watched one of my first Tamil cinema, which was the movie Iron, and he played the role of Chiti Babu, which was critically acclaimed for his acting as a small-time smuggler as a role. And that movie and the entire cast became like a super hit after that. So welcome to the show, Mr. Jagan.
Hey, thanks, Rishi. Thank you so much. Okay, first I'd like to correct you. Like that, you said that you watched my movie as a child. You should also know that when I acted in the movie, I also was a child. Okay, so thanks so much. Not many of my Tamilians who have watched my movie and they mistake me for some other character, but you watched it and you also remember my character name. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Now, Mr. Jagan, I just wanted to ask you, when you began your journey in Kollywood, you must have been a different version of you, and before starting out, and what are the changes you saw as you kept doing movies? What did you learn from the world of Kollywood, from the world of acting?
Thing is, I became an actor at the very latest stage of my life. So there's not a much difference. My close friends will tell me that no, I've remained the same. I'm not saying this out of modesty, but the thing is, my values in life were different. I started my, like for example, I've been doing professional theatre from 2000. So we have done plays from National School of Drama from Delhi to Kerala, in Calicut, Cochin. We have done that, and we have stayed in Prithvi in Mumbai for 2 weeks, and we have staged our plays. So I worked with some of the best theatre minds in Chennai. My director Rajiv Krishnan, okay, and my other theatre friends, Praveen, actor Pasupati, Hans, Kumaravel, Jai Kumar. All these people are one of the best actors I have seen. So the truth is, some of the best actors are not in the movies. They are still in theatre. They're not doing movies, and they are fabulous. I would say I was just lucky I became an actor. So when the opportunity to Iron came, I was a creative head at Radio One. So how did I see that opportunity is, okay, here's this person, KV Anand, one of the award-winning cameraman, he's making a movie and he's calling me, he called me in person, he's offering me a role. And AVM production. Okay, it's world's one of the longest, no, it's still owned by a single person. Okay, even Paramount has changed ownership, but AVM is the only production company in the world, which is owned by the same people who started. Okay, so they are producing and Surya is there. See, when I signed up for the movie, when they called me from, I never knew this is going to be life altering. This is a big role. My only thing, because that's how all my life I've done. If someone gives me a creative work, my only intention, my ambition is how well I can do that work. That's how I see it. Still now, that's how I see it. So that's how I went, and that's how I did the role. But when the movie came, it became a big thing. And 2 years later, I had to quit my job and become a full-time actor. So when I was doing Iron, I was a creative head at Radio One, and we are doing some fabulous work. People who had listened to FM station at the time will speak about, will still remember our works. And next came Paya, and Paya also, I took some 18 days off. Only in 2010, I quit my job and I became a full-time actor. So nothing has changed. Okay, I'll say what has changed. Only after I became a full-time actor, I bought my first car, which was some 8 years back. Okay, so yeah. And but I think in terms of personality, in learning, nothing. It's been the same, because all the experiences. I also say one of the reasons why I was able to get some good roles and do good roles is because I was not trained for the movie. My experiences come from theater, advertising, radio. So I had all these things. I had done bits of everything. I was a jack of all. I'm still a jack of all, master of none. So, but how did I use my experience? I used my experience in all the fields, say advertising, theater, radio, and I was able to do it. So camera was not something very real. For example, I'm still reprimanded by some of the cameramen because I'm not favoring the camera. Because I come from theater. In theater, you don't favor the camera. You favor the actors. You favor the performance. No one is bothered. Don't turn fully around because audience can't see you. No, that's not that, because we do it. So I'm strongly rooted in theater. Only now, in a few years now, I know, okay, because you've been doing it for a long time, quite some time. Because as an actor, there's something also you have to understand the craft, that you're on a different medium. It means you have to, that's when you're a good creative person. You can't say, I'm still a theater actor, I will only do this. I only do big stuff. Okay, like for example, in theater, if I have to speak, I have to tell Rishi, how are you? This is what thing. But in a movie, all I can say, hey Rishi, how are you? Okay. So I think I learned it over the years. So nothing has changed. Yeah, I could say before I became an actor, I was a bachelor. I was very happy. Okay, so I was going around with Vanmari. Okay, and she used to come only when I call her. She will come and she will just leave in the evening. But after I became an actor, I got married. So this girl is always there. For the last 8 years, she's just stuck up with me. I get
Wow.
up, yeah, I wake up, she's there in my bed. She is taking off no all my space. So I lost bit of no say not freedom. Some of the single space I lost it after after became an actor.
I can understand. And okay, so in terms of how life and fame changed after the first few movies that you did you see people recognizing you on the street? And I remember the first time you came in as a student of Digital Scholar, we had one of our photographers, and he said, "Is he a chief guest?" I'm like, "No, he's not a chief guest here. He's a student of Digital Scholar." Like, oh, and he went like, "Wow." So what happened after a few movies that you did? And how's the fame like?
I wish, like you said, I'm famous. You know what? Thing is, this would come as surprising. Of course, actors are famous. People recognize me and all this stuff. But it's like I live in Royapata. For the last 35 years, I've been living here. Can you believe I go to the same tea shop where I've been having tea for the last 20 years? I go to the same petrol bunk where I've been putting petrol for the last 25 years. I'm going to the same salon guy. I still walk by the road. Okay. No one even bothers me. So I think I'm yet to become, every time when you say fame, I think Surya has it and some other actors. When they go on road form, you can't go out like Rajini. So I'm not like, no one bothers me. Okay. Some guys who bothers me is, they'll say hi, I'll say hi, I'll just move on. So
Wow.
I don't
Okay.
think I'm that famous.
That's very modest of you. Right. Okay. Now, see, there are two most important days in everyone's life: the day that you were born, and the day you realize why you were born. So, what did you find a reason that this is the purpose of your life? From a creative perspective, what keeps you going? So,
I think the day I was born must be the most important day for my parents. Certainly not for me because I'm not aware of it. Why was I born? Sometimes I'm not that kind of a very philosophical. Why was I born? Probably now I'm spiritual. No, I'm in search of it. Why was I not? But I've really sometimes I used to think, why was I born? Probably to eat people's head. My mom, my wife, all my friends would think, probably there. I'm yet to find out why I was born. But my philosophy of life is irrespective of whether you're there, I think you should enjoy every moment and every day of your life. That's how I've lived my life. For
mm,
me, I've not dwelt too much into the future. One of the reasons why I've become what I'm today is because I had no plans about the future. Most of the actors who have become actors, they started acting at the age of 15, 16. Kamala Narayan started acting at 12 years. Surya started acting at 22 years. And Simbu started at 15 years because acting was something they wanted to do. Okay, so that's what they're doing. But I started my career as an advertising copywriter. I was very good at it. Okay, I worked in some of the bigger brands. I launched Music World. I launched Indian Terrain. Okay, worked on big brands. At one point in time, some opportunity comes. Someone calls me to come and do a television show. How do I look at it? I say, hey, there's an opportunity. Someone is calling and giving you because they've seen my plays and someone wants you. So I go and do television. Someone sees the television, my show is a big hit. I did a show called Karal Padi Mirugam Padi, where I do a movie review show, where I play 3 characters. Tell me how many anchors in television. I was a new guy. I play 3 characters. I play an angel, I play a devil, and I play myself. So these 3 people are giving the movie review. Okay, where I three. And I'm sure that was given to me because from my theater background. Someone sees that and someone offers me a movie role. Okay, and I'm doing this, and when a news station comes, some of my seniors say, hey, we want you to be the creative head. So I go and do it. So from theater to advertising to television to movies to radio and now digital marketing, I've done all. You know why? Because I just lived for the present. I
okay.
had no idea about, I had no idea about what's tomorrow. If I remember well, in one of the digital scholar school, a class. Saurav Jain asked us, how many of you here is for money? Okay. Okay. And except me, everyone raised hand. Okay. And they say, how many of you have come to do this to become this? Okay. And so, because I'm not saying money is not important. I'm just saying this today I'm doing digital marketing for a small client of mine. Okay. And that happened not because I wanted to become a digital marketer. It so happened. And I came to Digital Scholar not because I want to do something and start another echo me and become, no. I want to do good work for the client that I'm having. So I want to learn more. I want to, expand the knowledge in what I'm doing. And that's why I came. So there's no...
I totally understand. Jagan, I see you as a very creative person, of course. What's your opinion about creativity? Is it gifted or can it be learned over a span of time for people who are watching?
Today I can tell it with complete surety that creativity is not an inborn talent. It's acquired skill, like how you can play marbles or how you can play a guitar. Today I can tell it in guarantee for the simple reason. For the last 3 years, I've been taking creative thinking workshop for various people. Earlier it was offline. The last year I started online. And last month, today is July 10th, right? Exactly 2 weeks back, I finished a batch for 3 international students, 1 from Canada and 2 from Singapore. So when I started the class, I asked them, I told them I was teaching them Edward De Bono, and I asked them, in a half a day, a company, Edward De Bono says that, okay, in his book, he says, in a big management company, they wanted, so in a half a day, how many ideas do you think they would have cracked? They said 50, 60. Actually, Edward De Bono says they cracked 21,000 ideas. So it's unbelievable. In half a day, 21,000 ideas. And Edward De Bono, it's on the book, it's on record. I'm sure it's not just a bullshit thing. So it's on the record, 21,000. So I told this thing, if you think it's possible, I don't know. So after I taught them Edward De Bono's random word technique, in 20 minutes, these 3 people cracked 54 ideas.
Wow. Okay.
This is after the 4th session. So I told them, so now you believe 21,000 ideas? Yes. And I challenged them. In one of the classes, I challenged them. You 3 against me. Okay, let's take a brief. Okay, let's take a brief. Let's decide time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. I challenge you that I will do 10 more than all 3 put together. I can challenge anyone at any point in time, including you, Saurav, the whole class. I will challenge. I'm just saying my batch had 65 students. I can challenge. You give me a brief. 65 to students versus me, 10 minutes or 1 day. I will come 10 years more than all those put together. And how did I know it? I learned it. For 3 years, when I started my workshop, and since I was in advertising, that was my work. Every day I had to crack the biggest challenge for copywriters to come up with a headline. Because I'm a small writer, can I write a good headline that captures the thing? No, apart from it. So it's always that we always had write 100 headlines. The first 50 headlines is crap. And 51st headline, you have done all that. So how do I? Okay. And today, if you see my digital works now, it's a reflection of that. You will see, I always try to be original, try to be interesting. Okay. Can I make the audience see something, make him smile? So I think creativity is not it's a acquired. But the thing is, you have to work hard. Most of the people I've trained so far, some 70 plus 10. Yeah, 85 students, 85 participants in the last 3 years. I told them, if you have learned all this, but if you don't work on it, like every day, like you get up, brush, wash your face, drink coffee, you have to do that. You have to make creative thinking as part of your life. Then you can. Because these students were telling it, somehow we can't think as quick as you. I said, that's not because I'm very talented or creative. That's because I've been doing it for a longer time. So it comes very easy to me. You would have seen it in the class when sometimes I can come up. It's not something very special. I think everyone can do it.
True.
But because I was always in the creative field, I was always at it. And I'm a very technologically challenged guy. I'm an old school guy. I still take a pen. I take a fountain pen. I write it. Okay. My books are nothing. My reading room is nothing full of my notes. Everything is written. So there's something nice about you think of an idea, take a pen to paper and you do it. Like that's how, and I think creative, for example, the last 3 years, I started sketching. 3 years back, I sketching. And it's been 3 years, now I sketch. You should see my first sketch we did 3 years back and my latest sketch, what's happened. And people tell me, oh, you've been doing only for 3 years. And I said, yes, the very reason why I've improved is not because I went to course, not. Every day I did one sketch. It's the continuity of the process that you keep at it and you learn it. And it happened. Now, after the sketching, it has given me a big, for me, one of the reasons why I came to Digital Scholar is the sketching thing gave me a big hope that to learn something, nothing is late. You can always start. And that gave me, today, I always wanted to learn guitar. So during the long lockdown, I went for 3 months class, learn guitar. I know I can do something, I know the theory well. So it has given me, so today I can learn anything at any point in time. Okay. And to tell you, I'm right now in the 15th sketchbook. I'll show you my latest sketch, which I did 2 days back. I did my yesterday's sketch.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. So this has been, I mean, as you say that it's grown over years, and to arrive at such creativity takes time. Amazing. Wow. Wow. And what is the reason you sketch? What is the thought process? I mean, why do you, if somebody wants to, if you're suggesting somebody to sketch, what is the reason behind it?
Rishi, I'll tell you, all the things I've done in life, I have not done for any particular reason. I've done it for myself. I started sketching, not because one day I want to sketch, I want to put up my exhibition. But the simple joys are, I'm a guy who live by Keats' words. A thing of joy is a joy. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. For me, I did it for my own, nothing. Probably some of my, my batchmates in this college don't even know that I sketch. But every day I used to bring a sketchbook. I've sketched you. I've sketched Karthik. I've sketched Saurabh Jain during the class. I keep sketching. I do all that. So there's no reason for me. And today I've realized after 3 years of sketching, 3 years of sketching, I've realized sketching is equal to meditation. For example, for the last 15 years, I met my guru 15 years back. Okay. And I know pranayama, I always do. But even when you're sitting in a meditation, when you close your eyes, your mind gets distracted. What I found out in sketching, I have sketched in every places, in all my shoots, in all my classes. I don't leave home without a sketchbook, any form of sketchbook. But even in a movie shoot, it's like so chaotic. But when I start sketching, I'm completely oblivious. If one process can bring you that kind of attention, it's amazing. Where even at my home, I could sit in peace, but still there's so much, there is silence outside. There's no silence inside. True. What I found out sketching brings you silence inside. And today, actually, a few months back, I realized it, especially during the lockdown. Because imagine being at home for a guy like me, who have been an actor, but not in this, say, 15, 16 months of lockdown, not even once I felt agitated or weird. You know why? Because for me, the happiness comes from here. It's not from the surroundings. Because I had my sketching, I went and learned guitar, I went and did a course, I came and joined your class, I did lots of stuff. So still, and I had lost so much, like I've lost opportunities in a movie, I didn't make money, but that's not very important because, when things open up, you all get it. But what if you had lost your mental ability and peace? Nothing happens. And today I can just sit and I found out. So when I'm so agitated, all I have to do is take my sketchbook and sketch something.
Wow.
And I think most of the creative people, for example, I find this is a good question because everyone wants to go and join an acting class because they want to become an actor. I think it's very difficult. I didn't go to theater because one day I'm going to do a movie. I went to theater for the mere joy of playing roles and being on stage.
Mm.
And I think Lord Shiva blessed me. Hey, this guy is very, what to say, I mean, there is no subtext to it. There is no expectation. I'm doing something without any expectation. So I think he blessed me with all this opportunity. So sketching is that. So this is my philosophy. I'm sure there are some management guys says, if you don't have a goal, what's the purpose? I really don't have an answer because this is how I've lived my life all my life. And that's how I will be. This is my principle.
Right, perfect. So now let's imagine your journey with Digital Scholar was like a movie. What's your review of this movie? How many stars would you give?
I think if you say it's a movie, it's exactly like you come into a movie with expectation. During interval, you have some opinion. At the end of the movie, you have some opinion like that. See, I came into Digital Scholar for the simple reason. I know I wanted to learn that there are many things that I should learn. I'm very good with ideas. I'm good with creativity, all this stuff. But today's the market is something else. I do not know. For example, only just before I came to Digital Scholar, I had my Instagram account. So I know there are lots of things. Okay, and I also realized digital marketing is not about just ideas, concept. It's about the mechanics of it. Okay, you can do anything, but how well I can go and reach it. And for a technologically challenged guy like me, who I know I can only open my email, check. Other than that, I can't do. For me, it was a biggest opportunity because I came there. In one day, I created my own website. To do the website was there on your head, but I don't know what. But at the class, you guys made us to buy a website, did everything. Today, I have a website.
Mm.
It may be great, may not be great, but I take pride because in one day, it's purely, I went through your, recorded thing. One day I sat because I missed the classes. So one day I sat. For me, that was one of the most productive way because I think that was one part of creativity. This one creative thing I did. Never in my life someone has said, hey, you can create your own website. Many years said, hey, go to Wix, do it. But I was able to do it on my own. For me, that was the biggest thing. It suddenly expanded. Hey, these are things I know. And also I was very clear. I didn't want to be the typical digital marketing. That's not why I came for. But I want to know what are the things that you guys are doing so that can I use that? For example, I don't need to learn. I didn't want to become a website creator because I know lots of people are there. But what I want is, if I know these are things I could do, how well I can make people do it. How well creative, how good I can make it. Okay. There are Google ads, there are Facebook ads. I know how, I want to know how all these things work. So can I use my ideas to get the best out of it? Today, there are people, professionals, like say Karthik, who's excellent in SEO. You think I can become a next Karthik? No. You think I can become the next Saurav Jain? No. You think I can become the next Rishi Jain? No, I can't. But I came to know what all Karthik can do. What can Saurav do? What can Rishi do? Okay, I will get this expertise. I'll do what I want to create.
True.
It's like Steve Jobs. I'm the sutradhar. You go to a theater or a play. There is a story in Tamil we call Katyangaran. He's the storyteller. He is not part of the story, but he's the guy who tells you the story. He knows everything. Okay, even if you're not understood, all you have to do is go to the storyteller and ask him why, what's happening. He will tell you. He's the guy who puts everything together. I'm like the Schindler of the movie Schindler's List. I think I'm the Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is not a very technical guy. He never created. It was Steve Wozniak. But today, world knows only Steve Jobs as a creative person. Okay, because there are lots of and no, I see that. Like for example, right now I'm working with a graphic guy called Yuvraj. He is so good. Okay, he is so good. Okay, he knows what. So today I tell him these are my ideas. So even it's a new exploration for him. Right? He's been doing something in one way. Now I'm telling him to do this way. So it's new for him. He has created something, and together we have created something new, and that's how. And that was the knowledge I came to. So, like for example, I'll say one of the things. Like for example, in Maria's class, like say YouTube ads. Okay, she was telling like YouTube has a system where you can run a 15-second ad. And you can skip this ad. If you skip those ads in first 10 seconds, you are not. YouTube doesn't charge. This was a thing. So I thought, okay, looks interesting. So can I come up with an idea? So I cracked it. I think I showed you this. It's a Women's Day, March 8th. We ran a YouTube ad for my client. It's a simple black and white background. The typo says, you can skip this ad in 10 seconds, but don't skip to wish the women in your life happy Women's Day. We finished the ad in 7 seconds and I didn't put the text. Now you can skip that. So people think actually ad is over, they would have skipped it. So my message got over within 10 seconds. So it means YouTube actually played my ad for free.
Wow. Wow. That's actually amazing. And one of the statistics I read that, companies burn billions of dollars in those skippable ads, right? So they play like 1 minute video, only 5 seconds plays, and then people skip the ads 99% of the time, and they burn billions of dollars in the wasted advertisements. And you found a way to work around, and beautifully done, right? So even before the story completes, you conveyed what you wanted to do, and that's about it.
Because it means, because I took up the word, okay, skip, okay, well, it says skip ad, okay. So I thought, okay, what if I take that? Okay, so I wanted to connect everything. Okay, skip ad. So don't skip to wish the women in your life. Now skip ad. So I played, and also coming from a literature background, I think some of my works have lots of wordplays, which I think, it's very nice. If during my presentation you will see, I actually played they're all existing ones. We used to do that as a during the college. We used to do it as, let's say, as a part of an exercise, like AIDS. AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay, can we give a new definition for it? So I remember, it's not mine. My senior wrote, all India, all international desperate situation. It's the same. All international desperate situation is AIDS.
Okay, good one.
Of course, we were also very very pervert. Like, what is USA? USA is underskirt adventure, some shit like that. Also, we have done. But I'm just saying, we have done all these exercises. So this workplace also, and also it brings a smile when the audience sees it. No, it brings a smile.
True, I totally agree. What are the 5 tips or 5 suggestions you'll give to people in the field of content creation? How can they improvise the process of content creation? Like, some exercises or some way to find some brilliant content by doing certain exercises altogether. So do you have anything in your mind, or in general, how can you bring out the creativity from people? I know you are a creative coach, you take a lot of sessions. So how can people who are watching this would want to go through that process of bringing out creativity?
I think you can be in any field here. You can be a digital marketer, advertiser, whatever. But if you want to think that you want to become creative in life, my suggestion is, I'm only sharing what I do. You have to be curious. You should have a very curious mind. Number one is that. And you should read a lot. Okay, you should read a lot. You should read a lot. Okay. For example, I see lots of youngsters today. Books is something I can't do. I don't know how the hell, no? How can you be a writer if you don't read books? You take any big writer, from Stephen King to Ruskin Bond, everyone. They say, I want to be a writer. Okay, please start with Shakespeare, the greatest, the literate guy that this world has ever produced. Start from that. So my principles is, I teach this. I teach this as part of my course, creative course, but I'm sharing it. It's called JLC. It's called Jagan's Law of Creativity. You know what they are? It's read a lot, write a lot, see a lot, try a lot.
Wow.
You apply this in this life. Okay. When I say read a lot, it's not just books. You can go read people. You can read books. You can also read people. You can read culture. You can read places. Write a lot. Okay. So when you say write a lot, it's not just writing. It could be in terms of pictures. It could be in terms of sketching, or it could be in terms of making clay modeling. And see a lot. I think people should see a lot. People should see different places. People should see different people. People should see different things. People should be able to see. Today, what is the greatest thing? The irony. When we're a small child, we would like to go on a bus or a train, and we always wanted the window seat, right? Because you know why? As a child, we wanted to see things, what's there. By the same way, when we grow up, okay, we build a house. What we do? We close the windows, put the blinds, and put the AC. So our process itself is stopped. When I say see, you have to see things. There's a difference between looking and seeing. Okay. So people, we have to be curious. For example, the last 3 years, my observational skills has gone. I'm always a very observant guy, which you know or seen a sample of it, during the, what to say, culturals. Okay, very
Definitely.
observant. It's not that I go, I'm observing. No, it's part of my system now because I made this process as part of my life. It's like everyday breathing. How I can't live without breathing, I see it and it's all there. So
Mm.
so that content was created out of my observation.
Mm.
Okay, it content came out of observation, and I'd taken some comedy and irreverence and added it, and also I'd worked with new people. All three guys have never been on stage before. Okay, but I could what to say, engage them and I could motivate them to do it because they also saw something exciting.
Yeah.
So I think people should be curious. This is the four things: read a lot, write a lot, see a lot, try a lot. I think you're set for life. You can
Wow.
be anything. You can be anything. I think this is what you do.
I totally agree with the point here. I was watching a podcast in which one of the persons said that the word "how" on Google search term has been going down, which means people don't, go out and search how this happens or how that happens, and the entire curiosity factor among people is actually dying because they're just fed with all those reels, or they're just told do engineering or get a government job, and they just don't want to explore other things altogether. So
No, and also you should have a little bit of guts. Like I always had this when you go on the flights, the air hostess or the pilot says, please keep during the takeoff, please keep the windows open.
Hmm.
And I was always curious why. So actually, in one of the flight, I called the air hostess and asked her why you're doing this.
Hmm.
Because it's for safety purpose. I know, but why? She didn't know. Then I found out it's a very simple thing because during the takeoff is the one which something happens. If they find the wings is on fire, what to say, the passenger could see and inform the people. It's only that. The
Hmm.
science is only that.
Hmm.
Okay, there's nothing more than that.
True.
And you should be curious.
That's
Curious not because I'm curious. Curious that concerns you. Like for example, like say a digital some SEO guy is there. He could be curious about with this why in his own field. You don't have to go there, go out of what is interest. It could be interested in say digital no SEO. Just be there. Why someone is doing that? What are other things? I think that will make him a creative person.
I think
Like
I
I'm
think
generally
Yeah, I totally agree that, all the curious minds are the ones who built amazing companies, who did great acting, and who are doing amazing in their fields are the most curious people out there. So they just want to keep finding the answers to everything that they see. And that's the way to go about it. Okay. Which brings me to the next question. How does digital marketing help people in your field of profession? So you are an actor, you're a theater actor. And how does digital marketing help you in your field altogether?
number one, I didn't come to Digital Scholar to learn digital marketing by myself. I came to Digital Scholar to learn digital marketing to help my client. I don't have many clients. I have one client called Hamsa and another client called Muthu Hospital, where I'm doing some creative work. So this person has entrusted this big thing with me, okay, because he saw my creative work and he believes that I'm a good creative person. So I want to give the best in what I'm doing.
Mm.
So my idea, and I don't think an actor can be built on digital marketing. Maybe the movies that I'm releasing, I can use digital marketing to make it famous. But I don't think actors are built. You take me any actor, probably they'll be famous for some time. How many actors were famous in TikTok? Where are they now? Manoj Bajpayee was not built in Reels.
Mm.
Nazaruddin Shah and Om Puri was not built in Instagram.
Mm.
Okay, and these are facts because all we know, already government is having problem with Twitter. Probably they'll say no Twitter. That will happen to Facebook. That will happen to Instagram. That happen to. Okay, so reels, everything will go, but an actor will remain. So I'm not here, and I will never use like for example, and also I'm at a stage where I can't see if I'm an upcoming actor or I'm a fledgling actor. I'm trying to do. I can do this. Say, hey, Jagan is there. Do so. The new actor, no new director. See, I'm neither here or neither there. So I'm semi-built, so I can't do it. If you're there, you don't need it. Okay. If you're here, you need it. But I'm here. If I do it, people look at me. Why this guy? They'll think that I'm suddenly being desperate. Okay? Because all the movies in the 10 years I've got it not because I was on Instagram or Facebook. I've got it because people have seen my work in the movies that released. And they all came on it. I have not done any PR, including Iron, my big movie, Iron, or many movies after that. Okay, I've done 2 movies with Kamal Hassan. Okay, nothing. It all came because people have seen the work. I think an actor should be only recognized by his work and not by his marketing. This is my principle. Some people might not say to it because this I personally believe. If someone hires me because say I would be very happy if a director says, "Hey Jagan, I saw you in that movie. You were very good. Okay, so I think you'll do justice to it." I'll be happy. If someone says, "Jagan, I saw your Instagram reel, 10,000 likes, come," I'll say, then it means he's not hiring me for what I am. So I'm not using digital marketing for my career.
Got it. So it's for your clients, and you basically do a lot of creative work there, which we're going to be seeing some of your work so that you can share with people the way you've come up with those ideas, those campaigns, so that people can get some inspiration and they can learn something out of this entire podcast. Now, I'll just ask a few quick questions before you start sharing your screen and start sharing the work. The next question is, did any student or trainer here at Digital Scholar help you get an inspiration for any of your future characters, or do you recognize somebody with some character which is pretty funny, or any student or any trainer for that matter?
You mean to say for a movie role, I was saying?
Yeah, does that somebody resembles a movie character, or the moment you saw him, like, dude, this guy is the ditto picture of somebody, or somebody inspires you for a future character? You want to build out a character out of this guy and do a movie with you being the lead actor there.
See, one thing I would think I would if at all I'm given a chance to do a screenplay, I would create a character like Saurav Jain. Which even during the culturals, you say, you saw how I created this character. Like he's there in the Lord Shiva comes and meet him, but still Saurav Jain is there, very typical, very strong character. In that way, I saw it's Saurav Jain who has that very strong character. One thing I like about Saurav Jain, like he said, is he is not bothered about what people tell. He's very clear in his purpose and what he does, and he does it so diligently, and it takes lots of discipline to do it. I can't do it. I can't put so many reels in a day and have a midnight live session. I'm saying I'm not. Even if people are paying me and say you will overnight, I can't do it. It takes it needs a different kind of mindset. So I would do like, for example, and those are the characters actually will stand out. Like, say, did you see Family Man 2?
I did. I loved it.
And Family Man 2, that guy, the trainer guy, don't be the minimal guy. Okay? I think Saurav Jain could be that. Because that's one character that stands out for me. Okay, because his traits were very, very unique to himself. And how he has come up with how he started to what is he now. That could be an inspiring character for anyone.
True. Perfect. So Saurav Jain as a possibly in a Family Man 2, I guess. But I love the show. Family Man was really good. I forgot the actress's name, but then she did a brilliant job out of that. Yeah. So you watched in Hindi or Tamil version of it?
No, there's no Tamil. I watched it only in Hindi.
Hindi. Okay, super.
Anyway, all the Tamil characters spoke only Tamil. So I think it's my mind.
I've never seen a Hindi show, depicting the entire of South and, the entire shooting being done here. I mean, when I watched it, I felt in love with the entire thing, because watching them do a show entirely in Chennai was pretty amazing. But yeah.
So also, it's nice thing. One of the nice thing is Family Man 2. I was expecting it to run because all my theatre actors were there. The first guy, okay, Subbu, who gets killed, and only because of him, his brother becomes. He's my friend, theatre friend, Dayal. Okay. And with Samantha, the old guy with the beard, okay, that is Anand Sami, he's my theatre friend.
Wow.
And with Manoj Bajpayee, Ravindra, who's a Tamil cop, okay, who helps him, who's there till the climax. He's our theatre friend. So this very personal, I was looking forward to it. And all the Tamil actors, they're brilliant, they kicked ass, including Samantha. In fact, it gave a new color to the series, right? Web series.
Brilliant stuff. I think I've never seen something like that. And the intensity, the way they've done things is beautiful. Anyway, okay. So coming to last few questions, what do you suggest for the young guys who step into fields which they do not like. You would have seen, you actually were with people who graduated from engineering and they do not really like the subject, and they were forced into doing this for 4 years. They wasted their life, and then they come here, they find the passion, and then actually get started to work. What is your take on people who basically get into engineering, or should you stop them from getting into engineering in the first place? Because a lot of discrepancy, especially in India today, a lot of graduates, about 5-6 lakh graduates, people who graduate from engineering and they end up not in a job. In the end, employers say that congratulations, you're not fit for the job, right? So what is your suggestion, or what is your thought on this entire education system that the country is going through, or does it need a change?
This might ruffle up few people's feathers. If someone, we see a lot, like you said, we see a lot of people, I wanted to do this, but I'm doing this. Oh, and they say, because, and the reason they give, my parents said, my teacher said, my friend said. You think it's really the teachers and parents' problem? No, it was your problem. Fucking, you didn't have the guts to say no and go and do what you want to do. So move your ass off and get out from what you don't like. Go and do what you like.
True.
I think that's what you should do. Why should? I'm asking, you know why? Even as an youngster, that you start compromising, this is what I want to do because they are paying me more money. That happens. You go get married or something, probably your spouse is completely incompatible to, you start living your life in pain. I think the process, even as a youngster, you should have the guts to say no. The problem we Indians face, or most of the humanities face, you know what? They don't have no to say no.
True.
You say, okay. They don't, it takes the people who have grown up or become big people are people who said no. It's not people who said yes. Because once you become the yes man, for all your life you're the yes man. It starts with your parents. Okay? It could be any which way. Okay? Because I'm just telling, I'm very sorry to say, the parents of my generation, they're all idiots. They had no clues as to what to do in life. They all thought, my mother is a teacher, so teaching is a good job. Uncle was a thing, so this was a good job. They had no inkling. At least now they expand, okay? They were idiots. I think the parents of our generation should be banned from giving career advice. Because they're so bad. You have screwed up your life in your own way. So they make sure, okay, I can understand parents who are so good at it, yes, they say. But people who are also miserable career will give you career advice. I had guts. I have told my uncle no, like his daughters no. I said, don't take any advice from your father because he was good for nothing. Even when I was like, he gave me all bad advice. Thankfully, I had the guts to say, okay, I'll take care of myself. And that's why I'm better than him. So don't take. Okay, because we know why? This is your life. Because you love your mother so much, you love your parents. So what? Then bloody suffer. Then that's a sacrifice that you've given it for your love, for the sake of love. Then you have to live it in pain. True. So I will not agree anyone. Because thankfully, no one forced me to do what I want. For the simple reason, I was not good. I was good for nothing in anything. So if I was good in something, my parents would have said, go to engineering. I was bad in everything. So no one gave me advice. So I figured out life on my own. So it turned out. Wow. So I always believe, no, this is a principle. Like my one Madi, she says, this is kids I want to do. I said, you can think of whatever you want to do. They will do only what they want to do. Okay. So don't waste your time and head because we do not know. Why you are thinking about the future? This is 5 years old.
Very true. I think point taken here. And also, one of the things is right from the early age, we are told that you have to respect your elders, you have to bow down, you have to touch their feet, which basically when we grow up, we tend to, follow whatever they say, right? So whatever they say becomes the truth and we're not able to question. So that's the mindset that our younger generation goes through. And I believe...
Yeah, I'll say, I will second your word. I think elders should be respected. Yes, I respect elders. But only if they deserve to.
Yeah,
because just because they're elder to you, okay, if they deserve to be respected, yes.
True.
Okay, like Shivakumar uncle, Surya's father. I will respect whatever. Because that man has lived his life in an impeccable way. So respect it. Charu Hassan, Kamala Hassan's brother, is 93 years old. When he starts speaking, I just sit and just listen to it. Because the wisdom comes out of his every single word. He deserves to be respected. Okay, but not some of my uncles or something. They don't be respected because they're elder, because they're all good for nothing, idiots. Okay, if you think I would be still with them. So I think elders should be respected only if they deserve it.
Super point, well taken. And yes, respect only the one who deserves, and rest question. You don't have to be disrespectful to anybody, but just start questioning their advices for your own good, because you have to live the longer life. Right now, one final question before we see some of your work. What are the top five or the five best things that you loved? Not five. What are the best things that you loved about Digital Scholar? And would you suggest this to anybody who wants to join and take their career forward?
For me, the topmost thing was that I could come, okay, being in the online space, but no, I hated it. After college, Digital Scholar was the only place I had come in person to attend classes. So I enjoyed every day of it, which you would have seen. Okay, I enjoyed every day of it. Whether I learned or how much doing, some of the things are over my head. But still, that doesn't bog me down, because I've not come here to grab everything. I was there for experience, which I got the best out of it. Okay, and especially offline. If I have to suggest, and how you have designed the course and all your faculties, from you to Saurav, Karthik, Maria, Ash,
Ashutosh,
Ashtosh, and other person who
Charu, Ruchi, Tanveer.
Tanvi, everyone were good. And it was very nice. You gave, see, what is so important for to learn something? It is to create that atmosphere. That is the most important. And online at home, it is not. Because I see my kids sitting at their home. I'm sure I only wasted my fees. I'm sure nothing would have gone to the head, because we don't go to school, we don't go to college to learn something. We go there for experience. What we learn for life, we learn it from our own. We learn it from our parents. We learn it from our surroundings. You go to college only for other than what we know. So in that way, I got everything from Digital Scholar, and always say. And one thing I would say is, and how professional and diligent were you in their courses? Like, for example, if something happens and how you followed up, it's not that, okay, today happens nothing. There, you're there on the LMS, you follow up, there's a mail, and how, you had put up a system which is very good. So, okay, because, I mean, of course, we pay, it's a huge money we have paid. So I'm just thinking, okay, I paid so much. Did I get value for it? Very much. I think that's very important. So whether you good or not is a very subjective thing. But you are very professional and very dedicated in what we do. I think that's what, and that's what I used to tell at home also. Okay, at home I used to say, no, these guys are very good. They're putting the systems together. They're very good. Okay, so there's no way you can say they were half cooked, so I didn't get it. If you've not got anything, because you were half cooked, not because the system was. So.
Thank you so much, Jagan. So we would love to see some of your creative work now, and so that you can share how do you come up with those ideas, why did you come up with them, and how people can take inspiration and do something from that own field. So we would love to see that, so that there's a lot of value here. And I'm gonna cut this part alone and roll it out in the social media, so that people can directly jump to this and learn the content creation process from you directly. So over to you. And yeah, I've shared the co-host access.
Can you see?
Yes,
okay.
Perfect.
So in the last, I started working for Hamsa. Hamsa is first I'll tell you what's a brand. Hamsa is a spine and brain rehab center. Okay, it's a very niche form in the health sector. When people get say an injury in a head or spine, they go and get treated, operated. But rehab center is the one that prepares them for the life, like how to use a wheelchair, how to use your muscles, because the lower part is completely immobile. Okay, so this you see lots of sports person emerge only because of a rehab center. Okay, the Paralympics and all stuff. So I started doing work from October 2020. Okay, till now I'm still doing. So when the account came to me, I had no knowledge about digital marketing. I come from advertising background. I know. I believe if you do a good, interesting, creative work, people will notice. That's a mantra. I don't have to know what happens, what is the analytics, whatever. I always believe you do a good work, people will notice.
True.
So when I started the work on October 1st, and that's when IPL was happening. IPL just started 2 days ago. And October 2nd or October 1st, I think, CSK is going to take up the first match. Okay, they are going to play the first match. So when I sat down to do this creative, I was thinking, I can do anything. Okay, there's always you do something with Hamsa, spine and brain rehab center. But I always thought I'm not. The client was very clear when I signed up. He said, "What is that you're expecting out of me? Are you expecting for business?" He said, "No, I'm getting business because they're part of Kaveri Hospital. They have only 15 beds because it's a very niche sector. 15 beds. The clients that come from Kaveri Hospital come to Hamsa, they're full here all around the year. Generally, it takes 5 years to break even in this industry. In 2 years, they've already broke even. Wow. So it means they're doing it. So what the client expecting was brand build. That I want my brand to be famous, to be noticed by lots of people. Local doctors should know there's something called a rehab center right in the heart of the city. Wow. So when these are the process that was going into my head. So I said, whatever creative that we do should connect to the core of the brand. What is my core? I'm a spine and brain rehab center. Okay. Like, for example, I can just say, happy Diwali wishes from Hamsa. I mean, that's boring because that's what brands have been, most of the brands do. So this is my first post. On the day CSK was taking the match. It says, Dhoni is the spine of CSK. Your spine is the Dhoni of you. And I wrote this line, Hamsa wishes Namma Chennai boys an injury-free season.
Wow.
So this is the idea.
Superb. So what was the thought process behind, I mean, of course, there was a lot of wordplay here. I see Dhoni is the spine of CSK, which means...
Simple thing. For example, in a human body, your spine is the most important thing. It could make or break, break. Like how in CSK, Dhoni is the most integral part. He's exactly like the spine of your body. If something bad happens to him, I mean, the team is gone. You could see on days. It not just been batting. If Dhoni is not active on the field on a particular day, he's not catching well, he's not giving the right advice, the team goes down. Okay, so exactly. So I'm just saying, so your spine, Dhoni is the spine of CSK. So your spine is the Dhoni. Imagine, keep him active. So keep him injury free. And also the idea is connected to the core of the brand. And this first thing, it's actually, look at a layout. Kamal is my art partner. He did all the layout. I work with only 2 people. I write the copy. Kamal does the art. All the works is only 2. And look at it. And imagine it's on a Facebook. It's a standalone in terms of color, creative. And I don't know what to say because you would have seen lots. This is the one. And our next post is, I mean, I don't know how to explain. It speaks on its own.
That's a good one. Yeah, I think, direct to the point and conveys the whole thing that the brand does. So perfect. Even superheroes need head guard.
So it is about, because head injury is one of the most things, because it comes from the inside. Like most of the people, head injuries that happen is people who were on the 2-wheelers without a helmet.
True. Definitely.
So it came from that inside. So we did this.
I actually lost one of my classmates, and she was driving back from SRM, and she just, not even an accident, she just fell from the bike. She was not wearing a helmet. Small hit to the brain, and she was actually no more at that point itself. So important, these things are. So yeah, superb.
Okay. See, I was on way to shoot one day. Okay. And someone sends me an SMS saying that Baba Ramdev, he fell from the elephant. And it was a meme. Okay. He fell from it, was in news. And next day I was going to the shoot. That news was carried in Hindu. Tamil Hindu. So I realized, yesterday I got it as a forward. I thought it was a joke. But when Hindu put it as a news, I knew it was a big news. So what? I actually was on way. I was shooting in EVP. So I called my Kamal. I said, hey, this news has come. This is a very big thing. Okay. So he was actually got hurt his spine and he got admitted in the hospital. So immediately that evening, we did this post. Doing yoga. He fell on from the elephant. Yoga. So we did this. Doing yoga on elephant is injurious to your spine. And we wrote, And just in case you wish to try it out, remember, we are here.
That's super sarcastic. Down. Yeah.
So we did this. And also my idea is how a brand can embrace everything that happens around them, not just being in that just business.
Mm.
You can be, no, this is something the society, it was an all India news.
Mm.
Okay, even if you're not, no, even if you're not, like say a potential client to a rehab center, when he reads it, it brings a smile.
Mm.
Somehow I bring brand should also embrace everyone, not just a potential clients, also the other one, and keep them entertained. And what is the medium? We are on Facebook and Instagram. And why are people subscribing to it? Because they want to be entertained.
Mm.
Okay. We are using the entertainment time to tell our business messages. So my idea was, can I tell that messages? Okay. I don't want any business. I'm trying to put the brand names Hamsa in his headspace.
Mm.
One first step.
I think the lesson learned here is the topical content, right? Whatever the current affairs are going on and where people can find it, find it funny or something that is the hot topic, you basically relate to the brand. And that's how you can reach out to more people, and the audience will connect to you on a deeper level. So
see, and also my idea was taking the topical, but also I was very clear that will it connect it to my brand core,
true,
the spine. Okay, if you're just fallen and you're not injuring your spine, probably I wouldn't have touched it because he fell down and his spine got hurt and he was what to say. And also we did a video. We also did a Tamil video. We know the post was working in English, so immediately we did a Tamil video. What we took the news clipping from Pudhiya Thalamurai, got their permission, and he said he fell down. And immediately we cut down, say Baba Ramdev now needs our service.
Very relatable content as well. So amazing. So can you share some insights on whether what was the reaction of the crowd and with respect to this?
Thing is, I'll be very frank with you, Rishi. Since I'm not in terms now, for example, I was very new at the time. We were only boosting the post. So if you ask me now, if I had done it now, I will give you the analytics. It would have been much more. I would run it as a Google ad, Facebook ad. Earlier it was just in the site only we boosted it. Of course, we got some live. But thing is, suddenly, see, Dr. Bala, my client is one of India's top neurosurgeon. Yeah. He works for Kaveri Hospital. In top 5, he will come in the top 5 in South India and top 10 in India. And he is the head of the Department of Neuroscience. So it means his doctor circle is very big. So suddenly, for 2 years being, suddenly everyone, his friends are calling them from abroad and, hey, I saw your work. So I guess for us at that point when we started, that was more important to us. So at least our friends are taking care of. So I'm assuming it means also Janta is taking care of. Okay, this is not want to bring me business, because I'm only trying to build a brand. So I'm trying to create a brand which is the most boring sector, health sector, that too in a spine injury rehab center. How will I make it relevant? Because you take the content that's created for Apollo Hospital. See, it's like if you're affected, yes, you relate to it, or else you don't even want to see it, right?
True.
I totally agree. People who are subscribed to healthcare center are the one who somewhere would have visited them or need of them. But I was trying to do something. Yes, of course, that's what you're the one I wanted. But can I keep them in, humor them? Can I tell them, no, life is not too difficult. Let's have fun. No? My idea is there because you're already distressed. And you'll say, oh, your spine is gone. That's it. Your life is gone. You can't travel. No, I'm just trying to keep you entertained. I mean, that was our goal.
Amazing. I think fair enough to totally put across well, especially from the health industry. A lot of people ask us, what is the type of content you should be posting? And, if they watch it, I think they're going to get a lot of ideas from here altogether. Let's see some other work as well. Okay.
And Diwali came. Okay. And generally, what does brand do? Happy Diwali from Hamsa. But still, we connected to a brand. They said no rehab could have saved Naragasura from Krishna. For the rest of you, we are here. Hamsa wishes you an injury-free happy Diwali. And Diwali is one season. Generally, people get their head hurt because they are tripped down or generally burn injuries and head injuries. So instead of just doing a happy Diwali, we said, we connected the rehab of Naragasura. Okay. Like because he gets hurt and no one could have saved him. So we did this. for
Okay.
Diwali.
Amazing.
And when we're doing all this, I always think, since I come from a copy background, it was a conscious thing. I sat down. Is my all my works is all very say word, no headline based run through. So I thought, can we do something visually? And this is a campaign. Instead of positively saying that what is a your head will break, I thought the next great brain could be yours, protected. And it's Einstein, this is Bardiyar, and Steve Jobs.
Wow. So it's like a carousel post and
No, it's not. It's a three individual. We posted
individual.
one. Yeah, it's
Okay.
not a carousel. It's not a
Wow.
carousel. We posted on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And the idea is we did a 3 ad campaign. At the time, the truth is we didn't know about carousel. I didn't know about carousel. And I won't do carousel also because I don't know how many people actually know there's a carousel. Because even I myself do not know. So I will not waste the creative. We did a 3, but the idea is we did a 3 ad campaign.
Okay.
Visually saying something. Can I say something bang on?
Awesome work there. Rajni.
And my next work, Rajini on December 12th, no, during his birthday. Hello? Yeah. Last year, December 12th, he announced that he's going to come to politics. He has been saying that for last 22 years. Okay. So what we did is, I don't know today's generation know what is RAC. People who travel and train, they know RAC is reservation against cancellation. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know that.
Not many will know. That is, if someone cancels, you will get a reservation.
True.
Like that. So the idea is simple. It's a wordplay. He said RAC, Rajini at last confirms that he's coming. And we said, happy birthday, superstar. And also our call line was, when it comes to spine and brain health, don't procrastinate. Because Rajini has been procrastinating for the last 22 years.
Right. I totally got the point.
Yeah, don't procrastinate. This is during the, 2020 December. Okay, and New Year comes. Okay, New Year comes. That is exactly 1 month. January comes. And I know he's going to back off because I'm a big fan of Rajnikant. And I know he won't, because you know the person, you know someone, you know he won't do it. So, New Year we did this. This is birthday status and this is New Year status. We said Rajini again cancels.
And it says, never cancel on taking care of your spine and brain health. Superb.
And this was very popular. Like some of the clients' friends said, "Hey, why do you want to do it? It's so now you get wrong." I said, "Doc, why? What is doing? We are not saying you're insulting Rajini. We are only saying about interpretation of what we see it as. We are not insulting Rajini." And this was very popular. Okay, like everyone know, all our friends, especially only from friends. I do not know how was the response, how people, and also. This is slightly intelligent one, because the normal average guy who's on Instagram or something, he doesn't even read, he just scrolls. But this is like people who sit and read will get this, will get that. And also this is a conscious thing. Let's say, why should we do something like everyone should? I don't want to do creative for the least nominal guy. Because sometimes you do, that becomes the standard of your brand and that becomes your standard. You always try to reach up. Okay, probably only few people will come up. But at one point, over the time, people realize, hey, this is something I want to do. And that is why advertising always showed young people. It always showed upper class. You know why? That's an aspiration thing. The guy who's in the lower middle class wants to be there. Why you want to show something at this level and say, bring down everyone down? You show aspiration. So purposely, I know it's a slightly intelligent work. We want to do it because that's what we want our client brand to be. Not to hey, these people won't understand. Let's do this small thing. Okay, happy birthday, Rajinikanth. I mean, that's boring.
Perfect. Got the point here. Amazing, amazing thought process. And also, yeah, when you're creating a brand, you have to really, not just share your services like how you're doing it. You're not just saying, that we do this surgery, we do that surgery. You're just making it super relevant to what's happening outside. And also, these are processes of creating a brand, not just, in terms of selling altogether. So these have come out really well, Jagan. Perfect.
And New Year comes. Okay, so as I was thinking, I was writing a lot of lines and I liked all the lines. So I thought, why should I put just one post on New Year? Let me do a 3 ad campaign. So my post went on 30, 31st, and 1st. Okay. This is on 30th. Okay. A virus taught us few lessons. Let's leave the virus behind. Take the lessons forward.
Superb.
Issued with hope from Hamsa.
Nice.
This is on December 30th. On December 31st is this. The new normal comes to an end. Tomorrow, the normal will be new.
Perfect.
Issued with hope from Hamsa. On the new year, this was right, 2021. Thank God you're here.
I like the line issued with hope from the brand. I think that's really subtle, and I think now when I'm noticing this, I think it's super powerful in a way. So yeah, brilliantly done.
Yeah, well, I think that's the biggest thing that sets the world running, right? Always be in the hope, okay, that tomorrow will be nice. Of course, 2021 screwed up big time for all of us, but still, I'm sure end of year we'll say still we are hoping for the best.
True.
And that's what.
True.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I was in Digital Scholar then, because it comes during the month of April. Okay, it's for Easter. Okay, and Easter is the day when Jesus, he came back to life. Okay, Easter is the day where he came. So we wrote this line. He was the first known victim of spine injury. He was the only one who recuperated without a rehab. Happy Easter. For the rest of you, we are here. Because you know the scene of where he carries his spine, and I'm sure his spine would have been the first one who would have got damaged. So, but still, since he never needed rehab because he was he was a God's child. So rehab, he said, and instead of just saying Happy Easter, we thought, can we connect it to our brand? And we did this.
Nice.
This was for April 1st. Just read it now yourself.
If you can lick your elbow, you have a healthy spine. Was it some meme that was trending at that time or no?
No.
Okay. Nobody can do it, right? But nobody can lick the elbow.
That is why. So he said, were you able to do it? Let us know experience. It's actually April 1st, April Fool. That's why our logo is upside down.
Got it. Superb.
That's why our logo is upside down. And see, there's a very clear call for action. In an earlier thing, this is before Digital Scholar. This is all after Digital Scholar. So there's a clear, actually, I'm trying to engage the audience. I'm just saying, were you able to do it? Let us know, comment section. So, because the first thing when you read this, the first thing is you want to try it.
Yeah, the moment I did, I actually tried it.
So we're trying to make April Fool. And tell me, how many brands does post for April Fool? And we did it. Okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, you want to come across pretty subtle as well, because most of the healthcare brands don't do things like that. As far as I've seen, they don't really involve into meme kind of content or something that attracts the mass audiences. They just keep it very sophisticated, very professional. But then you took the other way around for this, and
also trying to do meme is one thing very easy. Everyone can do it. Even I'm so good at it, I can do it. But that will also kill the brand. So there's somewhere I drew a line. I wouldn't say this as a meme. This is something it's a very, what to say, because it's your human body is made in such a way where you can't lick your elbow. Okay, this is very scientific. It comes from the inside. So I thought, okay, instead of just saying today we're going off or something, I thought, can we teach the audience intelligently? That was the idea.
True. Perfect.
And this is also for April 1. My client had one segment called Get Fit 360. This is a weight loss program. So since it's a weight loss program, I said this. For few, today is the day to fool themselves saying they are fit and fine. Because most of the people there are all obese people. Okay. So we did this for Get Fit 360. It's another program that my client is running.
Superb. Mm-hmm.
And this is on the election day.
2 things you should care about on the election day. Does your candidate have the spine to stand up? Do you have the spine to get out? Superb. So yeah, 2 points conveyed with the identity of the brand. So amazing.